He learned early how to disappear, not by leaving the room, but by standing still inside it. The quieter he became, the safer the air felt. Eyes passed over him, voices moved on. Years later, that silence followed him everywhere, at work, at home, even when he spoke, as if being unseen had become his native language. His days were orderly, predictable, almost peaceful from the outside. He woke before the world stirred, the room still dark, the air untouched. He moved carefully, as if sound itself could cause trouble. Coffee brewed, 1 cup, always the same. No rush, no delay. At work, he listened more than he spoke. He nodded at the right moments, smiled when expected. People liked him, they trusted him, they just rarely noticed him. He completed tasks quietly, never late, never demanding. Useful, but replaceable. At night, he sat alone in dim light, the kind that softened sharp edges, the kind that made shadows feel familiar. Street noise hummed far away, never close enough to interrupt. He told himself he preferred it this way. Less attention meant less risk, less visibility meant fewer wounds. Still, something lingered beneath the calm, a quiet ache, unnamed, unclaimed, like a sentence started long ago and never allowed to finish. It always began the same way. A room filled with sound, laughter spilling over itself, movement, voices layered too closely together. And then, that familiar tightening in his chest. Not fear exactly, more like shrinking, as if something inside him stepped backward. His thoughts lowered their volume, his shoulders followed, his breathing became careful. Every word felt heavy, as if speaking required permission he never had. He waited for a pause that never came, so he stayed silent. Later, alone, the questions returned, quiet, persistent. Why did it feel dangerous to be seen? Why did attention feel like exposure instead of warmth? Memories surfaced without warning, not dramatic, not violent, just small moments, scattered and unfinished. A raised hand in childhood left hanging too long. A drawing placed carefully on a table, never looked at. A story told twice, interrupted both times. Nothing cruel, nothing loud, just absence where something should have been. His mind learned quickly. Being noticed led to disappointment. Being invisible felt safer. So he adapted, quietly, efficiently. He became agreeable, low maintenance, easy to overlook. He learned how to blend into corners, how to nod instead of ask, how to anticipate needs without having any of his own. Praise made him uneasy. It felt temporary, unreliable, like something that could vanish if he moved wrong. Silence, on the other hand, felt familiar, predictable, stable. When something went well, he waited for it to be dismissed. When success arrived, he treated it like a mistake that had not been corrected yet. When someone looked his way too long, his thoughts raced ahead, searching for flaws, scanning for reasons he might be unwanted. He worked harder than necessary, stayed later than required, perfected things no one asked him to perfect, not to succeed, but to justify existing. Rest made him uncomfortable. Stillness felt earned only after exhaustion. Ease felt suspicious. And every time he needed something, his chest tightened again, the same familiar pressure. Need meant risk. Risk meant rejection. So he swallowed it, again and again. He told himself he was independent, self-sufficient, strong.
But beneath that story was something else. A pattern shaped by years of quiet learning, a belief that wanting was dangerous, that being seen required payment. The mind is clever that way. It disguises survival as comfort. The moment came quietly. No collapse, no tears, just reflection. Late one night, light spilled through a window, half the room glowing, half lost in shadow. Dust moved slowly in the air. Time felt suspended, as if the world was holding its breath. He stood still, not searching, not running. He caught his reflection in the glass, not his face, his outline, a shape between light and dark. And suddenly, it made sense. The voice inside him was not cruel, it never was. It was careful, measured, always scanning for safety. It belonged to someone smaller, someone quieter, someone who learned early that being unseen hurt less than being ignored, that shrinking reduced risk, that silence avoided disappointment. This was the shadow he carried, not evil, not broken, not weak, just unfinished. A part of him frozen in time, still standing in rooms where no one looked back. The part that learned to disappear before the world could decide he did not matter. He saw how it shaped everything, the hesitation, the restraint, the constant self-editing. It was not fear of people that kept him distant, it was fear of hoping. Hope once reached outward and met silence. It waited and learned not to ask again. Hope became dangerous. Expectation became pain. So his mind adapted. It chose control over connection, observation over participation, safety over presence. Standing there, he felt no anger toward that part, only understanding. That voice was not trying to hurt him, it was trying to protect him from reliving an old absence. For the first time, he did not push it away, did not silence it. He let it exist, in the light, in the shadow. The truth landed gently, without drama, without urgency, but it stayed. The mind does not chase happiness, it chases familiarity, even when familiarity hurts. He understood now why invisibility felt safe, why shrinking felt natural, why staying quiet felt like control. It was never weakness, it was adaptation. His silence once kept him safe. It reduced disappointment. It softened rejection before it arrived. It helped him survive rooms where attention was unreliable. But survival is not the same as living. What protected him then was now limiting him. The same pattern that hid him from pain was also hiding him from connection. Silence, when chosen unconsciously, does not stay neutral. It slowly becomes a cage. He began to see the cost, moments passing without presence, opportunities fading without resistance, connections remaining shallow because he never stepped fully into them. Being unseen was never his identity, it was his armor. And armor, when worn too long, prevents touch as much as harm. Protection that outlives its purpose turns into isolation, not loudly, not suddenly, but gradually. He realized this truth without urgency or blame. Awareness did not demand change, it only returned choice. And for the first time, he could tell the difference between safety and absence. That night, he did not change everything. He did not speak louder, he did not demand attention. He simply stayed present a few seconds longer than usual. He noticed his breath instead of rushing past it. He allowed the silence without using it to hide. Light and shadow shared the same space, neither fighting, neither winning. Nothing dramatic happened, no transformation, no relief rush, just awareness. And maybe that is how healing begins, not through force, not through performance, not by becoming visible to everyone, but by no longer disappearing from yourself.